What if the world around you was secretly designed to awaken a hidden power within you, and you never even noticed? Picture it. You're standing in a massive, ancient temple. But unlike the towering stone cathedrals you might expect, this temple is invisible, woven from symbols, scattered like secret seeds into everyday life. The walls shimmer in and out of focus, the pillars breathe. Every step you take echoes with a mystery older than any empire, a blueprint not for cities, but for you. Every ordinary object becomes a potential doorway, a street sign, a piece of music, a passing conversation. Nothing is random. Everything hums with hidden architecture, waiting for the moment you learn to see instead of merely look. Somewhere long ago, a group of builders, not just architects but masters of a forgotten science, laid these clues in plain sight. They spoke in a language of symbols, a square for integrity, a compass for balance, an eye that never blinks. The symbols aren't dead relics. They are living forces, keys designed not just to be studied, but activated. When you truly grasp their meaning, you don't just understand them, you become them. This hidden architecture is the key idea, that we are each the builders of our own unseen temple, shaping ourselves through thought, emotion, and action. Imagine trying to build a cathedral without hands, brick by brick, using only your will. Every choice you make becomes a stone, every belief a beam. But it's not easy. Three forces, thought, emotion, and action, rise like storms, sometimes lifting you skyward, other times tearing down what you've so carefully built. Thought tangles into confusion, emotion surges into chaos, action spins recklessly out of control. You falter, the invisible temple cracks. This cycle is not failure, it's the secret furnace of mastery. Creation and destruction are not opposites here, they are dance partners. Each collapse teaches you the weight of a real foundation. But then, the realization, these forces aren't enemies, they're tools. Like learning to control fire without getting burned, the builder within you must tame and master them. Thought must be sharpened into clarity. Emotion must be channeled with wisdom. Action must be guided by steady purpose. When these pillars stand in harmony, your temple begins to rise anew, stronger, clearer, indestructible. Mastery is less about domination and more about alignment. You don't conquer thought, emotion, or action by force. You invite them to build together, like a symphony tuning itself to a single pure tone. The deeper you walk into this invisible temple, the stranger things get. You find yourself at the edge of a vast abyss, where light and darkness dance in endless tension. In the ordinary world, we're taught to fear the dark, to cling desperately to the light. But here, the lesson is different. Darkness isn't the enemy. It's the raw material from which the light is born. Darkness is not the absence of potential. It is potential, waiting to be shaped. Like raw stone before the sculptor's hand, it holds infinite forms inside it, like you dare to look deeper. Picture standing in a pitch-black cave, so dark you can hear your own heartbeat. Then, a single flame. It doesn't chase away the darkness. It transforms it. Without the dark, the light has no meaning. In this secret tradition, darkness is fertile soil. Fear, doubt, uncertainty. These are not to be fled, but explored, understood. Transformation begins not in running from the void, but by planting your flag within it. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to sit with it, to ask fear what it knows, to learn its secret lessons. Often it is fear itself that points the way to the next door. As you ascend deeper into the mysteries, you find a stairway winding higher and higher. It's not made of marble or wood, but of the lessons you learn. Grammar, logic, music, astronomy. Disciplines once seen only as school subjects, now revealed as keys for decoding reality itself. Knowledge was never meant to be dry and lifeless. Each discipline is a hidden ritual, each lesson a training ground for the mind's alchemy. They don't just inform you, they transform you. Higher still, the five senses, the gateways through which the world floods into you, each one a potential guide or deceiver. Sight can illuminate, but also mislead. Sound can reveal truth or whisper lies. Every step you climb demands greater mastery, greater awareness. Awareness is the architect's greatest tool. The senses are not passive, they are instruments, and like any instrument, they can be tuned to greater sensitivity or dulled by neglect. The choice is yours. And then at the summit, you see it, floating in the vastness above, framed by a glowing triangle, the all-seeing eye. But it's not gazing at the world, it's gazing into you. It pierces through masks and illusions, through fears and ambitions. It asks the ultimate question, the one no one else can answer for you. What are you building with your life? The gaze of the eye is not judgment, it is invitation. It doesn't seek to condemn or praise, only to reveal. In its silent stare, you are asked, will you build blindly or will you build with vision? Because the temple isn't just a metaphor, it's real. It's built from the choices you make when no one's watching, from the way you think when no one's listening, from the way you act when no one will ever know. Every small decision lays another stone, another beam, another arch. The invisible becomes visible through repetition. No single act defines you, but the pattern you create with your unseen choices writes the true architecture of your being. And the final shocking revelation, there's no external judge, no cosmic scale weighing your soul. In the end, you stand alone before your own creation. You are the architect. You are the builder. You are the one who decides whether your temple stands or falls. Freedom and responsibility are two sides of the same blade. True sovereignty over your life demands that you wield both, without excuses, without blame. This secret has been hidden in plain sight for centuries, whispered through symbols scattered across architecture and myth. It's not magic. It's not fiction. It's the quiet, everyday miracle of self-mastery, the ability to craft yourself, to awaken the light within, using nothing but your own hands and heart. And now that you've glimpsed the blueprint, you may never see the world or yourself the same way again. Once you see the blueprint, you can't unsee it. The world becomes a living workshop, every challenge a hidden chisel, every triumph a new stone set carefully into place. Life stops happening to you and begins unfolding through you. Picture it. The blueprint wasn't just hidden in temples, books, or myths. It was etched into the very fabric of experience itself. Every heartbreak, every triumph, every ordinary Tuesday was a hidden glyph pointing back toward the same truth. You are the builder. Life itself is the ultimate cryptic manuscript. Every event, no matter how small, is both a challenge and a hint. Those who learn to read it become architects of destiny instead of prisoners of circumstance. You realize that the temple is never finished. It's alive, evolving with you. Every new understanding, every painful mistake, every leap of faith becomes another beam laid into place, another tower rising toward the unseen stars. Perfection is not the goal. Becoming is. The temple is not meant to be flawless. It is meant to be true. A mirror of your evolving soul, unfinished and eternal all at once. The symbols you once saw as decorations, stars, labyrinths, phoenixes' eyes, now blaze with meaning. They are invitations, reminders, warnings. You see them everywhere, in dreams, in architecture, in the hidden moments between thoughts. They are seeds, waiting for your attention to bloom. Symbols are not passive. They are active forces that awaken something inside you the moment you truly notice them. Recognition is a kind of ignition. You realize at last, the ancient builders weren't trying to control you or impress you. They were offering you a mirror. They were saying, you too can build something eternal. You too can leave behind a temple no wind can tear down, no fire can erase. Legacy is not found in monuments of stone, but in the invisible structures you leave behind in the lives you've touched, the truths you've illuminated, the inner worlds you've dared to build. And with that realization, the invisible temple around you flickers once more, not fading, but merging with your own heartbeat, your own breath, your own becoming. You walk onward now, no longer just a visitor in the invisible temple. You are a builder within it. You understand that building is not an event, but a lifelong art. Some days you will place stones with confidence. Other days you will find yourself tearing down a crumbling wall to start again. Both are sacred. Destruction, when guided by wisdom, is not failure. It is renovation. It is the clearing of false structures to make way for something more enduring. The temple asks for your patience. It asks for your humility, and it rewards you not with applause or monuments, but with quiet transformations, greater clarity, deeper peace, unshakable inner strength. Real victories are invisible to the world. They are the moments when you choose patience over anger, understanding over pride, truth over comfort. Each of these invisible victories adds another sacred stone to your temple. You realize that every other person you meet is also standing inside their own unfinished temple, even if they don't know it. Some are just laying their first stones. Others are lost among broken columns. Some have built towering spires only to discover that their foundations were hollow. Compassion is born from this realization. You stop judging others by appearances and start seeing their unseen construction, the hidden battles they fight, the silent victories they win. And you know now, the work is never truly finished. There is no final stone, no ultimate summit, only deeper understanding, more refined mastery, a temple that grows not upward, but inward, deeper into the infinite chambers of the soul. The true temple is infinite because you are infinite. As long as you breathe, you are shaping it. As long as you think, feel, and act, you are carving your mark into eternity. And somewhere deep within the vast architecture you've begun to glimpse, a silent voice speaks, not from outside, but from within your own bones. Keep building. As you continue to walk the endless corridors of your invisible temple, you begin to see the future written in faint outlines ahead of you, not as destiny, but as possibility. Every decision you make now is a choice between different blueprints. Every thought, every action is an architect's line drawn in the invisible air. The future is not a fixed destination you are moving toward. It is a structure you are building with each breath. What you choose today becomes the walls you lean on tomorrow. You realize the temple isn't just for you. As you build, others will find shelter within it. Your wisdom becomes their refuge. Your courage becomes a beacon. Your failures teach them where not to build on sand. Great builders never work for themselves alone. Every inner stone you place in integrity becomes part of a larger, unseen city, a world remade from the inside out. And you see clearly now that the true symbols, the square, the compass, the eye, were never meant to be worshipped as relics. They were tools, instruments for shaping something alive, dynamic, endlessly unfolding. To cling to the symbol without building the reality is like admiring a hammer without ever raising a house. Symbols exist to awaken action, not to replace it. You understand that mastery is not dominance over life's chaos, but harmony with it. You will never silence every storm, never control every gust of wind, but you can learn to build strong enough to stand within them, to use the wind to lift your arches higher. True strength is not rigidity, but resilience, the ability to flex without breaking, to bend and rise again, to dance with the forces that would destroy a lesser structure. And somewhere, in the farthest heights of your unseen cathedral, the sound of distant bells begins to echo, soft, slow, resonant. Not a signal of completion, but of recognition. You have remembered what you were born knowing. You are the builder. You always have been. Standing in the heart of your invisible temple, you see it clearly now. You are the architect, the builder, the one who decides what stands and what falls. Every stone you've placed, every beam you've raised, every pillar of belief you've set in place, each has been a deliberate act of creation. You are not a passive observer in your life. Every single thought, every emotion, every action is a stroke in the great masterpiece that is your existence. You create with every breath, whether you are aware of it or not. The temple is not something separate from you. It is a reflection of your own inner landscape. As you change, so too does the structure you've been building, shifting, evolving, expanding. And when you stand at the summit, gazing down at your creation, you understand it was never about constructing something perfect. It was about the act of creation itself. Perfection is a moving target. The beauty lies not in reaching it, but in the courage to keep building, to keep exploring the limits of your potential, knowing that there will always be more to learn, more to discover, more to create. Now, you are no longer merely following the blueprint, you are rewriting it. You have the power to design your next steps, to create new rooms, new corridors, new sanctuaries within your own mind. Every choice you make is an opportunity to shape your temple further, to redefine what it means to live with purpose. The architect does not stop building once the structure begins to take shape. Life is not a static creation, but an ongoing process of reimagination. Each day offers a new chance to add a room, a new foundation, a new meaning. You see the truth. The temple is never truly finished. There will always be new stones to lay, new challenges to meet, new dreams to awaken. But the secret is in the knowing, the knowledge that the power to shape, to create, to rise above the chaos has always been within you. The final secret is this: the journey you've embarked upon is eternal. The temple, like the self, is always in the process of becoming. As long as you continue to build, to evolve, to learn, you will never run out of stone, nor time, nor purpose. You place the final stone, solid, unshakable, filled with the strength of everything you have learned. And as you do, you hear the soft whisper of wind passing through the arches of your creation, as if the temple itself is breathing with you, alive, eternal, unfolding. And at that moment, you realize the temple, this great creation, was never truly yours alone. It is part of a larger architecture, a world waiting to be shaped, waiting for all the builders to rise. You are one of them, and so the building never ends.